So why did I get in my car and drive a couple hundred miles to Sharon Speedway? Well, number one, I'd never been here before, believe it or not. Two, the World of Outlaws are here. That's good enough for me. And the history of this place, I had no idea this place held the history it does. Operational since 1929. That's before the Great Depression. So many great winners here over the years. Steve Kinzer, Sammy Swindell, Doug Wolfgang, all the Blaneys have been to Victory Lane here. Kyle Larson. It's an amazing list. Hell, Lee Petty, Richard Petty's dad, won a NASCAR sanctioned race here back in 1954. This is also the site where Tony Stewart won his first ever 410 feature event. Yeah, it all happened here, and I just wanted to show you Sharon Speedway. So if you don't mind, come with me, the History Mystery Man. We'll take you on a ride tonight and show you this awesome place. History Mystery Man on duty and at your service. Let's go check it out. Good to see you, David. You've always been good at this level, always been a winner, but here lately, the point leader, you seem to be on fire. What's the secret in the sauce here? What's going on?
Yeah, just teams working together, and just same crew chief, same driver, same team. So all those things help out, and just gaining experience. And me and Cody got together. It was his first year on the World of Outlaws Tour, so him just learning these tracks, learning how to be a World of Outlaws crew chief, and it's paying off.
Do you fully participate in the setups of your cars, or do you leave it up to the crew chief?
No, that's the crew chief's job. I focus on watching the racetrack and just worrying about driving.
Yeah. Are the very best race car drivers just born with the right DNA, or is it a skill that's taught and or learned over time through experience?
Everybody's different. Some are just naturally gifted. Donnie Schatz looked like he kind of struggled early in his career, and then just became one of the all-time greats, where I think like Steve Kinzer was just naturally gifted, so Kyle Larson naturally gifted.
Sure.
And just races and does well. And some other people have to work harder at it.
What about David Gravel? Was it experience thing for you, or do you have the gift?
I mean, obviously I have a gift and talent for sure, but I've been racing since I was 6 years old, so it's just been a part of my life of going in circles, and just have a lot of experience for my age.
Well, what would it mean to win your first World of Outlaw Championship?
Yeah, it'd be a dream come true, something that I've been working towards for a long time. So we're going to continue to work hard this year and stay focused at the task at hand, and see if we can get one.
And finally, will you be rooting for Kyle Larson in the Indy 500?
Yeah, I mean, you always want a dirt guy to do well on the biggest stage, so it'll be cool for him to have a good run.
Yeah, gotcha. Thanks for your time. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Come see the History Mystery Man. You're a good dog. Yeah, you a good doggy. You got two colored eyes. Let me see that. Wait, back up. Whoa, that's so cool. You a beauty. Go get it. Carson Macedo, really good to see you. For starters, I wanted to compliment you on the job you did last night. I know you were disappointed, but I thought it was really cool, especially the way you handled your post-race interview. Like, no blame, you took full responsibility, you got beat, you said so, and I thought it was a textbook example of how we should do it, how anyone should do it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, it just was what it was. Unfortunately, I should have just probably ran the bottom at 1-2. It was just the wrong idea. In my head, I was thinking he was kind of peeking his nose in there in 3 and 4, and I thought he was kind of getting his runs from the other end, being higher than me. And then I moved up and I got slid. So, sometimes that's just the way it works when you're leading, I guess. But I definitely look back on the situation, knowing what the lappers were doing and this and that, and wish I would have done it different. But hindsight's 20/20, and it's a new day today. I do feel really confident in our race car right now. I mean, we started 8th in the dash last night and we're able to get up to the lead. So I think that says a lot about our team, and we just got to keep, chugging along. And if we keep putting good runs together like that, it's only a matter of time before we start clicking off a few wins.
So in other words, you're telling me you've put the frustration behind you. You don't carry it with you the next day. You wipe the slate clean.
Yeah, no, I mean that night's over. So we still had a lot of really, really positive things to be, proud of last night. So, it's important to take away the good things just as much as you learn from that mistake. So I'm looking forward to tonight, and I think that we're in a really good spot.
The very best race car drivers, are they just born with the right DNA, or is it a skill that's learned and or taught through experience?
Oh, I'd say that's probably a little bit of both. I think there's a lot of people that have a lot of natural ability. It's hard to teach what Kyle Larson has inside of him that just seems to be able to make speed anywhere and anything he drives. But I do think that you learn over time, you get better over time, and that's why you see most of the World of Outlaw champions are veterans of the sport that have been doing it for a while.
Yeah, are you rooting for Kyle Larson in the Indy 500?
Oh, of course I am, yeah.
Oh, nice, sweet. Okay, thanks for your time. I appreciate you. Best of luck tonight.
Right on, thank you.
Thought I'd give you a quick look at the track before everyone got on it. It got that red dirt feel, but they've had so much rain in the area over the last week, 2-3 weeks. I mean, look at the rail around it. That's old school. I mean, most of them don't have a wall or have a concrete wall, but this one's got the old-fashioned rail around it. That's throwback stuff, but that's a look at Sharon Speedway. It looks like a big, fast 3/8. Sweet. Plenty of grandstands. You saw the grandstands on the backside. A couple bleacher sets there, and here on the front side. Very nice. Really super nice superstructure there in the middle with all the concessions and such, restrooms underneath. Plenty of seating, and a covered grandstand owned by the Blaneys. I mean, I really like what I see so far. Very cool. Quick look at the backside of the superstructure, backside of the front stretch. Those are office suites up there. Really nice. All the concessions are below here, and I understand there are lots of suites on the other side all the way across. So yeah, it's really a nice setup here. How about that? Victory lane behind the grandstand. That's interesting. So buddy, you've been so close, podium after podium, and finally a win last night at Attica. That was so cool. One of the best races I've seen in a long time. How was it for you?
That was pretty cool. I'm glad it worked out the way it did. I feel like we've been close, like you said, either leading laps or we blew a tire of Volusia leading, but luckily, we've just been building, just getting better and better. I've been getting more comfortable, and we've just been getting the car better, and they've been doing a good job, and I've been doing a good job for them, and just stayed with them. And I knew traffic could be the difference maker, and I figured it would be, but I didn't know it'd be in the last corner. So no, just a good way to get our first one of the year, and finally glad to get the monkey off my back.
Well, you said you're more comfortable. Are you more confident, or maybe you didn't need a boost there?
I would agree to both. Definitely more confident. I mean, I've been comfortable since, actually I joined with Dylan and with Roth.
What an iconic team.
Yeah. No, super blessed to be able to, have a chance to drive for Dennis and Teresa, and, do it with Mobile One and Toyota. But yeah, no, like I said, I think just being more confident, but I think that comes with knowing that, the car's been really good, and this is the best that I've ever felt in a sprint car in a long time. So I think you put all that together, it should breed success at some point.
Yeah. Are the best drivers just born with all the right DNA, or is it a skill that's taught or learned over time through experience?
I feel like...
honestly, like Kyle Larson.
Yeah.
Can you teach that?
I would say some things no, and some things maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's just... sometimes people ask you, how'd you do that? Or, I don't know, you just do it, whatever that thing may be. But,
sure.
I feel like it takes time too. Obviously, there's people who are born just really good and talented, like Kyle, for example. And then there's people that have had to work at it, but I feel like, both sides, I feel like you see both. And then I feel like if you're born with being good, I feel like you still have to work hard and put towards the effort. So I've just been lucky to have the opportunity to drive for really good people that have helped, boost my career and just been in good positions and just being around good people.
Yeah. Heck, with Rookie of the Year, you're a title contender, wouldn't you say? Don't you think?
I'd like to think so. I mean, I feel like our speed is definitely there. I mean, it's early in the season, so anything can happen.
Sure.
But yeah, that we hurt an engine early in the year and then blew a tire leading and didn't finish. So I feel like those 2 runs kind of killed. I don't want to say
DNFs will take you right out.
Yeah, because it's a lot to make up in these guys.
Yeah.
They run,
especially at this
a bad
level.
night for some of these guys would be 5th.
Yeah.
And a good night's obviously winning to 3rd. So
sure.
Everyone's just so good and consistent. You can't afford to have a bad night, but.
Will you be rooting for Kyle Larson in the Indy 500?
Oh yeah, no, I've grown up a Kyle fan. Obviously, he came from Outlaw Karts like I did, and been around him for a little bit now, and obviously raced against him here and there, whether it's been midgets or sprint cars and stuff like that. So, no, I think it's obviously pretty damn cool, and would like to see something really cool happen.
The pond back in the pits just off turn 1. There's the pump, so this is what feeds the track. You can also fish here. Good to see you again, Logan Schuchart. Are you? Did you spend all that $1 million? Are you tapped out?
Yeah, we spent it pretty quick.
Did you really?
It goes pretty quick in racing.
Are the greatest drivers in the world, or certainly in this country, are they born with the right DNA, or is it a skill they learn over time through experience? Like a Kyle Larson. I mean, can you teach that?
No, not really. I think to a point you can, and then a lot of it's just natural and what feels right to you, or your natural instincts of when to make the right moves at the right time, and just calculating the race as it goes on and as it plays out. And some can do it better than others. So, and a lot of it's as a driver, like what we're struggling with right now, I feel is relaying what the car is doing to be able to fix it to make yourself faster. So even Kyle Larson will have 15th place nights. It just seems like when he's fast, he takes advantage of it. So they can struggle, and any of these guys can. You see David Gravel have a bad night last night. They've been very, very fast this year. They're the fastest car. So that's why you never give up. You try and figure out the problems that you might be having and try and make yourself better on and off the track. So we'll keep working on it, and hopefully we can get ourselves some momentum and some consistent, top 5 podium finishes, and maybe start fighting for wins.
Will you be rooting for Kyle Larson in the Indy 500?
Sure. Yeah, I always like to see the sprint car guys do good, especially a guy like Kyle who's kind of ran so well in sprint cars, and then we rooted for him when he got to NASCAR because we want to see him do well, and it seems like he's fitting right in. So we're always going to root for our own, and love to see a guy that comes from sprint cars do well.
I like that, a driver working on his own car. That's becoming rare, So I'm trying to get to know all the players here in the World of Outlaws. You're new to me, Kalib Henry. You're from California, yeah?
Yeah, just outside Sacramento there.
Really? So are you on the World of Outlaw Tour full time?
No, we're just running them since they're in Ohio. So we'll just...
well, Ohio's not next to California.
No. So I moved out here for the summer.
I got you.
Hopefully end up out here full time and racing for the Muth family, and had a pretty good opportunity here with Jim and Kevin as my crew chief, and as of right now, it's just him and I until Doc can come and give us a hand, or
So hold on a minute. You mean you only have 2 guys, you and someone else?
Yeah, and
really?
We have our guys that come every once in a while when they can, but for the most part, it's just Kevin and I full time.
Really? 2 men in a truck or something, or is that 3 men? I don't know.
Yeah, Kevin's real sharp though, and we've gotten better and better every night that we've hit the track. So,
what do you do back home?
Back home in Cali, I drive truck for Brian Sperry there at CNH
really?
Enterprises.
Like a semi truck?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yep. So
how old are you?
24.
Wow.
So we haul a lot of hazardous waste and things along that line. We just started doing heavy haul stuff.
Hazardous waste. What I'm getting at is I want to congratulate you. I thought it was a spectacular run last night. I know you rolled off outside row 1 for the main event, the World of Outlaws at Attica, and then I know you wanted more, but you still churned out a 5th place finish, top 5. I think that's pretty cool. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it's definitely cool. You always strive to do better. Definitely not content with 5th. We started 2nd would have liked to at least finish there, or obviously one spot better would have been ideal. But we'll take that and build on it. And really can't thank the whole Muth family enough, as well as Kevin, for busting his ass every single day here at the shop and at the track and on the road.
Cool. Who's the greatest sprint car driver ever lived?
Oh, I mean, can't pass up Kinzer. So
Okay,
I would say one of my favorites though would definitely be Tony Stewart when he was in. So
Of course. Are you rooting for Kyle Larson in the Indy 500?
yeah, I mean, local guy from California, and I've known him since I was a little kid. So it'd be cool for him to win. I mean, he's obviously really good and can drive anything with wheels and a motor. So it'd be cool to see that.
Well, Clint Boyer said if you put him on a horse at the Kentucky Derby, he'll win that too. So
Well, he's small enough, so he might.
yeah. Listen, thanks for your time. I know you're busy, this two-man operation. I appreciate you, and good luck
Yep,
tonight.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Logan McCandless from, what did you say, Mercer, Pennsylvania?
Mercer, Pennsylvania,
Okay,
yep.
so that's what, 20?
25 minutes from here.
Okay, so that makes you the local guy. I always try to find a local guy to cover. Explain to me, if you would, how hard is it to make the A main for a World of Outlaws show?
It's very difficult. There's a lot of fast guys, that show up every night. You have to be on your A game. Any little slip up in qualifying or anything like that, it could ruin your chances very fast. So.
Yeah. Where do you run typically? Like locally or?
No, we've been traveling a lot. We spent a lot of time with the Outlaws this year, and just got back from New York running with the High Limit Series. So we've been doing as much traveling as we can.
A little picking and choosing, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Are you rooting for Kyle Larson in the Indy 500?
Oh yeah, always. Yep.
Yeah.
Good third track guy. It's nice to root for those kind of guys.
Good choice. All right, thanks. I appreciate your
All
time.
right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Congratulations. Was that a get the monkey off our back moment for you?
Yeah, I mean, we've been working on some different stuff, and it finally paid off. And yeah, to get the first one out of the way, it was good.
Yeah, what'd you hit on last night?
We just a different balance for him. It's with his weight and stuff, it's a little different. So we
Sure.
just get a different balance for him, and he liked it.
Yeah, do you bring the same balance here to Sharon?
We don't know.
Don't know,
what we're
okay.
gonna get yet, so
All
I
right.
don't know.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations, Rico.
Thanks, bud.
How good did that one feel?
That was really good.
Yeah, we were just talking about that, coming
Yeah.
back around,
full circle.
Yeah.
I watched your video this morning. It was good.
Oh, good. I'm glad you got it. I always try to get all your sponsors in and try to help you guys.
Yeah,
I don't know if
thanks.
you need it, but
You get good viewership too. That's
yeah.
good.
No, it's growing. It's growing all the time. But I was so happy to see you win the dang race.
yeah.
today.
We've been putting in a lot of effort, so it's what it takes. This team does an amazing job, and they're just relentless on just being positive and working through problem solving.
But doesn't it feel good when it all comes together?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Yeah, it gives you a little confidence.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of, where I'm at in my career, not losing, that motivating ability that, it's the capability of still driving a race car. So as long as these guys have the belief in my ability, then that's all that matters.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be good. Yeah, on the exit of 4 up there, it's going to be pretty good. Getting into 1, yeah, it's going to be pretty good.
For the second time in 4 months this season, a driver making his World of Outlaws debut finds trouble in turns 1 and 2.
It's been an awesome 28 years calling races for the greatest show on dirt. As the announcer for the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series, I'm the luckiest sprint car fan in the world. I get to see the world's greatest sprint car drivers night in and night out, and I actually get paid to talk about it.
Often imitated, never duplicated.
Yep.
Is that a copyright? It ought to be.
We'll work on it.
Yeah, listen, congratulations.
Hey, thank you so very much.
I enjoyed your call last night at Attica. It was awesome, and I appreciate you, and I know everybody else does too. So
thank you again.
And
I'm just a lucky sprint car fan.
You're Sharon Speedway, aren't you close to home?
Yeah, I grew up about 2 hours south of here.
Okay.
Western Pennsylvania guy, so yeah, it's kind of like coming home for me.
Because you're always crowing about that Pittsburgh hockey team.
Yep, Penguins and Steelers.
Okay, I got you. Thanks for everything. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I always like to incorporate some of the local flavor, and I'm calling you local, right? Does that work for you?
Works for me.
Yeah. So you're a 7-time Lernerville track champion in the sprint car division?
Yes, sir.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
You got to be proud of that stat.
Yeah, it's not something that we expected when we started this 10 years ago. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely proud that we've been so consistent. When we haven't won titles, we were 5th our rookie season, and then I think we were 2nd in the other 2. So we've been up front every year.
This is a cool story because it's also a family tradition.
My family was the first of 3 generations to have Lernerville track champions, and we did it all 21 years apart. My grandfather was in the late models in 1973. My father was modifieds in 1994, and I was sprint cars in 2015. So we did them in 3 separate divisions, all 21 years apart, which was kind of cool how it worked out.
No, that's super cool is what that is. And finally, how hard is it for a 7-time Lernerville track champion to make the A main in a World of Outlaw event here at Sharon? I mean, that's a tough chore, right?
Yeah, I mean, these outlaw guys are just a class of their own. I mean, driver-wise, equipment-wise, experience, money. I mean, they have us across the board in almost every category. So when you come to a race like this, we have to be on the ball to make the show, and then to even compete and run up front, you have to basically be perfect, and it's very, very difficult to do so. There's a lot of things that you need to break your way, whether it's track conditions that you're really good at, or let's just say, for example, I go out early in qualifying tonight. If the track's really good early and it tapers off really bad at the end, that might help me, but it's just situations like that you have to take advantage of when they're given to you.
Have you ever made an A main for a World of Outlaw show?
Oh, many times, yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I know how hard that is to do.
Yeah, I think we've got a couple top 10s in World of Outlaw shows at Lernerville.
That's
I think
cool.
we were 12th last year here at Sharon, and 13th was Donnie Schatz. So
Amazing.
when you're beating somebody like that, even though it's for 12th, you know you must be doing something right.
Is it going to be dry and slick?
Yeah, that's definitely gonna blow off.
Yeah. World famous. Hi, buddy. Hi. Yeah, Gus. Good to see you, buddy. You're looking good as always. Thanks for the service. Appreciate you guys.